Want to talk today a little bit about electrical panels, specifically the Federal Pacific Electric panels that were produced between 1950 and into the 1980s. We rarely see them in South Orange County, but I recently helped a buyer purchase a home and a Federal Pacific Electric panel was installed and in use at the property. So what's the big risk with these? Well, let me first show you how they look. When you open the panel, you're looking for a Federal Pacific FPE on the outside of the panel, and inside they use a stab lock circuit system, the circuit breaker system. And you'll see usually in the middle or somewhere else inside the panel it says stab lock. Another telltale giveaway is that the switches are usually marked with red markings. So those are two of the telltale ways to determine, or three really. You look for the FPE logo and you look for the stab lock information on the inside of the panel, and then these red markings on the switches are all three telltale signs. Well, what's the danger? This panel, I've heard from many sources that as many as 1 in 4, I've even heard higher, but about 1 in 4 are defective. They overheat, and then that overheating can cause arcing, and it can also cause the circuit breakers, the switches, the circuit to not be able to, the breaker not to engage and therefore turn off. So you may think that the power has gone off to that circuit, and then you're now at risk of shock hazard. So you will have a home inspection done. You should always have a home inspection when you're buying a home, and most inspectors will readily identify a Federal Pacific electric panel, and you should definitely either get that replaced yourself if the seller's not willing to, or oftentimes due to the fact that it's a safety issue, many sellers will address it. In the case that I recently dealt with, that was in Robinson Ranch. I represented the buyer, and we were able to provide the information to the seller. The seller was willing to provide a credit. A reputable electrician gave us a quote for a 200 amp panel installation and a permit, and the total was around $5,500. So always get a home inspection done. Always check the systems that pertain to safety, particularly electric panel, and a Federal Pacific electric panel is a big no-no. You should have it replaced. Whether the seller's willing to or not, you should definitely replace it if you purchase the house. Take care.